Hi guys and welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you all the little things that I did. Basically I made a lot of stuff during the past few weeks since the last video. There are few upgrades on the van itself, and also I I finished some of the things that I didn't finish before. So like the partition wall here on the other side and other stuff on the electrical system. Let me show you the current situation, and if you have any question, as always, comment below. I'm happy to share what my experience is. That's why I'm doing this channel, and yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, the switch panel on the roof of the cab, it's now finally finished. I add another one here. I had to redo the panel because the first one was 3D printed, and it was a prototype, so I knew it was temporary. In fact, with the high temperature last summer, it worked a lot. So this time I used 5mm PVC sheets and cut it with my CNC machine. Same style. I changed the placement of switch and lights here so they are more visible. And then I added this one, which is the standard one you can buy online, to have some, like this is the drain for the tank, another drain for the other tank, so fresh water and gray water. I have a air horn. That's a new thing, a little upgrade. This is to activate the auto level device. Compressor, this is a future project. I'm gonna install in the future air compressor in the van for inflating tires and other stuff. And then I have a couple of spares, so we'll see how it goes. But basically it's finished. All the wires are routed behind and down all the way on the bottom of the driver's seat. This is the leveling device. It's the LevelMate Pro. It's Wi-Fi and battery powered. There is a new version where you can connect power via micro USB, I guess. This one is just battery powered. Basically I removed the little switch on the bottom, the on-off switch, and I connected a couple of wires coming out, and I put this relay on those wires so I can turn it on and off by the switches over there. What it does, it basically have its own app on your phone. You can tell the app your van measurements, and by that it calculates how many centimeters or inches you need to adjust each wheels. So having the app open on your phone while you're parking, it's really easy then to move your van on the best spot, because you're seeing live feed of your level situation and decide where it's best to park. And then you know exactly which wheel you need to lift up without trying and then measure and then try again and check inside. It's a really fast process. Then I installed the Webasto heater in the engine bay. This is the timer connected to it. So basically with this one I can turn it on and off, and it will shut down after a set amount of time. So with this diesel heater, it's a Webasto Thermotop something. It's the original one on the Fiat Ducato. I bought it used online from a junkyard. Basically it came with all the wirings and all the pipes specifically for the Fiat Ducato, so I've been so lucky to find one. It was the only one I found online in Europe at least, and it came from Poland, so pretty stoked about it. What it does, it's actually just heats up the engine by heating the engine cooling fluid, and also you can leave the interior fan on, so when the fluid is hot it will automatically turn on the fan inside the cab, and you can heat up the cab and defrost the windshield, for example. Of course, this is going to be helpful just when it's winter and really cold, like up north. You know, it's a nice thing to have if you're going in really cold countries in the winter. And of course I did connect it into my network system, so I can turn it on remotely. And oh, actually I'm gonna put some footage right now when I did install it, because I was in a hurry. I didn't have time to really make a video about it. So here is some footage of the actual heater installed of the front of the van in the corner behind the bumper on the driver's side. Very easy to install if you have the specific one for your vehicle. The fuel line I connected with the Chinese diesel heater. So basically I just cut the line, put a T on the line and use the same line. Of course it has its own pump and filter, and you can turn it on without being in the van, without the key. So even if you're away and the van is closed, you can turn it on and it will warm up the engine and the cab, which is really nice. And also it works as a backup heater. If the Chinese one is having some issue, I can still use this one as a backup. If I leave this door open, it can warm up the van. Then, as I said, I have a air horn right now, but I can turn it on and off, so I still have the original one. And if I want to be more, you know, a little bit more loud, I can turn it on and use it. It's useful, especially in here in the mountains, on narrow roads, and when you are coming on places where you might be encountering another big truck. It's helpful to let them know something big is coming, so watch out. Because even though I'm not big by any means, it's just a van, but full loaded, I cannot brake like a car. You know, you can brake and have a hard, fast stop. So, I mean, you can, but everything will fall off from the back. And still, I'm heavy at the hand, so it could be helpful in some situation. The next upgrade I did on the van itself, it's installing these safety extra locks for the front doors, so you can lock from the inside also with the key. So it's impossible, even if somebody wants to open the door by breaking the glass and opening from the inside, they cannot. They simply cannot. One for each side. They're going into this slot right here, and what it's holding is the actual frame of the door. Another upgrade here, it's underneath. I installed an engine shield plate. It's a steel metal plate to protect the engine if I'm going off-road a little bit, you know, because there was nothing there, you know, even not just a little sheet of plastic. On the back, as you can see, the partition wall is finally finished with all the trims. I did actually change. If you see on a previous video, I tried to use a plastic PVC trim here, but it was a mess. I decided to spend a little bit more time and try to do it with wood, and it turned out really great. As you can see, let me show closer. So it's just, you know, it's just a little trim, but I'm really happy how it turns out. But the door, I finished the covering here. It's the same wood as the floor, exactly the same. And also around here the trims and on the upper cabinet here, same stuff. Basically I took a couple of planks of this flooring, I put them into the planer and cut it down to just having the 4mm hook on top, and then glue it together and make this big piece. So also, as you can see, there is the windows, it's in place, it's plexiglass, and okay, yeah, this is not actually finish. I need to cut a trim for this. It's going soon to be done in a couple of days. Also, the door for this cabinet, it's almost finished. I'm waiting for the hardware, like the hinges, and like in a couple of days it will be mounted. So yeah, good. The diesel heater, it's blowing out of this port. I try to use the small one, the nicer outlet that I bought it specifically to use here, but it doesn't work. It melted down with the so hot air. So I ordered a new one, like the standard one for diesel heaters, which is a little bit ugly compared to the other one, but it's rated for a high temperature, so whatever, you know. The other pipe, it's right here because I have like a T underneath here that goes there and behind on the back. Let me show you. Whoop. This one is coming from the front to here to heat up the garage area. There's all my tools right now here, and I still have to mount the DC to DC charger under the driver seats and the smart shunt for it. In a couple of days that will be done as well. Also, the fresh water tank still needs its wire to be, you know, done, finished. Still a mess. I'm working on it, guys. I'm doing my best, you know. But overall, I'm going forward a little step at a time, you know. I'm not in a rush. As you can see, the back doors are finally filled up with insulation, and also the sliding door. Also the sliding door, it's completely insulated, so another step. Oh yes, I don't know if I show you this, but basically what I did is I replaced the stopper here, which going to stop the door from falling off the van. And why I did that? I made just a, you know, piece of stainless steel, bended, a couple of holes, and those are just very flexible rubber feet that are going to damper a little bit. And I did that because when I'm closing the door, there is no space for the rubber original one. See, that's why I did this. It works. The handle here to open the door, it's the same problem. When it's closed, there is no space for the original one. Let me show you the 3D design. It's on its way. I sent the file to a 3D print company so they can print it with hard nylon with a different method of printing, but it's not the usual one, you know, and it's much stronger, you know. It's made for structural parts. So this one in the next couple of weeks should be here, and I'm gonna finish that as well. Another thing that one of you guys point out is about the fresh water tank, which is this one. I didn't use any hardware to attach the tank on the van itself. I just glue it and with the spray foam, and then I build up all the wood structure around him, and I thought it was enough. But one of you guys make me think about it, because in the very remote event that I have to make a very sharp right turn with the water tank completely full, so there is a lot of force pushing on this way, and that could be a problem. I will still have another piece of plywood, so holding between everything else to the tank, so that will be enough. But now I can do something more, so why not? My plan is to make a piece of metal, screw it into the actual metal frame here, that goes over here and down, holding like this the tank on top. The upper corner right here will be attached to the metal frame, and also the same on the other side. Like that, I'm 100% sure that no matter what, it will not fly off in any case, you know? So thank you so much for your comment. That's why I'm here. I'm not perfect, I can make mistakes, and please, if you see that I'm doing some stupid things, let me know. Write down in the comment. Don't be shy. By the way, I see from my analytics on the back end of my YouTube channel that basically the majority of you are not subscribed to my channel, but you're watching. So if you like what I'm doing, please consider to subscribe. It's really gonna help my channel, you know. And yeah, another little things I did here, it's replacing the previous control board for the solar lift with this one. I actually bought two, because right now, so I have the solar lift and the phone antenna on top of the roof. I can control them right now with my phone. This control unit, it's more reliable, it's programmable. Now it's done, finished. I also changed the antenna actuators, because it was at 12 volts, because at the time I didn't find that 24 volts one. Now I found one, and I already replaced it. And also I put this relay here connected to the key switch on the cab over there, because basically when I'm driving that one, when I'm driving, I can flick that switch and disable the solar lift and everything else. So there's no chance that when I'm driving something can move on the roof, you know. Of course I need to remember myself to switch the key, but I will remember, because by switching the key I will turn on also the control panel that I made later. So it should be good. I had this little board right here, that one, which is for inputs. Basically I can connect now all the inputs of the Raspberry Pi and the Victron system, like 5-6 inputs. I can now connect it to this board and connect then anything I want to tell to the Victron system. Hey, this is happening, so do something about it, you know. I'm not sure right now what I'm gonna do with it, but it's there. On this side of the electrical system, it's almost finished. So yeah, it's pretty complicated, I know, but that's what I like, complicated things. This is just a little video, you know, to show you the progress and to tell you thank you. This channel is growing not fast by any means, but it's growing, and I didn't expect that. So we are almost at 400 people. Thank you all of you to be here and to watch my videos. And if you have any question, leave it in the comment. I'm going to reply for sure. And if you have any suggestion, if you see any, as I said, if you see any problems, please tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. and yeah, there is so much coming up. I'm going to start to build the kitchen really soon, so kitchen with everything else right here. That's all. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye. So basically, yeah, please, subscribe. But if you don't want, and it's okay, I'm not gonna cry. Anyway,